Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the Love and Light Show, where your special guest is Amanda Hanson, and she's here to show us how we can be confident in our bodies and our wardrobes starting right now. We don't have to change anything. We can be confident and love ourselves, love what we see in the mirror, and just love what we're wearing so that we can enjoy our lives way more. So I'm so excited for this episode. She's going to go over how we can love our body image right now, body positivity, and some steps that we can go through so that we can love our wardrobe more. We can have our laundry list of things to buy to make sure we have our key essentials in our closet so we can love what we're wearing for our body type right now without changing anything at all. So I'm so excited for this. She's also going to give us a sneak peek into her Purge series exercise. So you definitely want to stay to the end for that so you can find out how you can love your wardrobe and make sure that it's matching your lifestyle. So that was really interesting when she explained it to me. I'm so excited for us to share that with you today. And I'm so excited for you to be joining us on the Love and Light Show. And if you're unfamiliar with the Love and Light Show, it happens every Monday at 12 Atlantic, 11 Eastern, to bring you new coaches and healers and mentors and stylists and wonderful people who are doing amazing heart-centered light work in the world. So you can have the ability to see new things, to experience new modalities and strategies and all kinds of amazing exercises and tips and tricks and tools that'll help you on your healing journey, that'll be able to lighten your load so that you can have a more joyful and happy life. And we're on the Be Live platform and we have 10 viewers. So that is awesome. Be sure to say hi if you're joining us live or if you're joining us on the replay. So Martha says, good morning.
Good morning.
Hope you're having a wonderful day. Bonnie says, good morning. Good morning, Bonnie. Awesome. And we hope that you can't the testing that's going on in the lobby of my building right now, but we had to do a quick venue change at the last second because they started making the alarm go. So if you hear the alarm, there's no actual fire. They're just doing some testing, unfortunately, right now. And I'm Laura McPhee. I'm a happiness coach and healer, and I love to empower women to get to their dream happy lives so that they can let go of all the stress and worry and burden and heaviness of life so that they can live happy, healthy, fulfilling, joyful, and abundant lives. And one of the ways that I love to do that is through self-love and care. And I'm actually starting today a 5-day completely free self-love and care challenge. And that's in my Be Your Best Self community. So I still invite you to join us. It's day 1, so you wouldn't be missing a thing by joining right now. All you have to do is search Be Your Best Self, or I'll put it in the comments right after this video, so it's super easy to join. And there's so many wonderful women in there. I'm so excited to get started and to up level in self-love and care. So how are you doing today, Amanda?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me here, Laura, and thank you for all the viewers for jumping on and watching live.
Yes, thank you guys so much. So Amanda is a wardrobe specialist from Simply Stylish Inc., and she loves to help women feel more confident in their clothes. So I'm so excited for her to be on here today and for more of you guys to be showing up and saying hello. And I encourage you guys to talk to us. This is a conversation. So feel free to ask any questions that come up as we go along, any comments around things. And if you're catching the replay, do the same thing. And you can definitely tag your friends if you're like, oh yeah, I have some friends who definitely need more love in their wardrobe, more love in what they see in the mirror when they're looking at it, what's reflecting back to them, so that they can have more confidence and more happiness in their life. So feel free to share it with anyone that you love. So Amanda, how did you get into this? What's your story and your background?
Well, my story is I used to have a career as a clinical supervisor for children with autism, and now I'm not doing any of that. My background is in psychology and education, so it actually lends well to what I'm doing now. And how I got started with Simply Stylish was I'm in a Buy Nothing group. It's a hyper-local gift economy, and one of my neighbors, who I didn't know, put out a wish. She's like, I wish somebody could come into my closet and just help me, like teach me what looks good on me, what I should have, what I shouldn't have. And I've always had a passion for clothes, for makeup and jewelry. And it was solely for me and how it made me feel. And I knew the power of what our outward appearance can do to how we feel on the inside and vice versa. And if we feel good, what we portray to the outside world can affect those around us as well. So I volunteered to help this neighbor, and I went into her closet. We spent 3 hours there, and she got so much value. She's like, you need to do this for a living. And I went, okay.
Yes.
I will. And so I finally launched my business back in November. And really why I started it, I mean, because it's a passion, but I really want to help women. And women, we have so much pressure from all avenues to be something or not to be something, or to look away or not look away. I mean, we're constantly being hounded. Try this diet, try this high intensity exercise. If you want to fit into a bikini, come join my gym. If you want to, if a wedding's coming up, you have all these, diets being thrown at you, and there's not enough positive messages telling women that who they are today and what they look like today is enough.
Yes.
And we are so much more than our physical appearance and what we look like. And I want to help women feel more confident when they do something that they do every day, and that's get dressed.
Yes, definitely. I love that so much. And we're having more people join us live. Hi, Tiffany. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And I don't have my mouse with me because I did that quick switch. So that is all for the comments. I'm like, did more come in? So bear with me, guys. I don't have all my setup like I usually do. I did that quick switch. So Amanda, how do you help women find their body positivity and change that little voice in their head?
So I work with a lot of women who are ready. A lot of them contact me, and some of them say, you know what, I have a daughter, and the way I'm portraying myself and talking to myself is influencing my children in the way they talk to themselves. And I had a client who, when she reached out to me, she's like, I caught my 13-year-old daughter weighing herself every day. And she's like, I don't want that for her. So I need to show her that I am okay. I am good enough the way I look like. There's so much more to me than my size and my weight. Mm-hmm. And there's research being done that shows that how moms talk to themselves and treat themselves directly influences their children and how they talk to themselves. Mm-hmm. So I want to help women achieve that and teach them that those maybe parts of your body you're a little insecure about, how to teach them to wear their clothes so they feel more confident. And so when they look in the mirror, they're smiling, and I want to help them reduce that negative self-talk and increase the positive self-talk in their lives. So, and how I do it is through clothes and jewelry and whatever it is that is their personal style. So I work with women to figure out, those who don't know what their style is, what they want it to be, and to truly represent who they are on the inside, not be somebody that society says you have to look like to have self-value.
Yes, it's so important. Yeah, I love that so much. And it's so in alignment with the work I do. I'm like so excited for this.
Yeah, so how I do it is I can either go in their wardrobe, and we can start there. So start with stuff they already own, figure out what, new ways to style their clothes, maybe dust off some of the things that have been hanging there for a while and show them how to wear it in different ways, or to help them finally, get rid of those clothes, like the ones that maybe don't fit them anymore. I mean, as women, as we get older, or our life happens, we have children, or our metabolism slows down and our bodies change. I mean, they don't stay the same. How boring would it be if we looked and stayed the same our whole lives? And our jobs change and our interests change. And so what we wear changes with that. And it's, women are busy and they don't have time to stay on top of it all the time. So usually what they do is they put themselves last on the list, and they put everything into their career or their husbands or their children. And so I want women to feel okay to put themselves first again and, have some time for themselves. So I can go into their wardrobe and help them with that. And I can also take them shopping, because I know so many women who dread shopping. They don't know where to start. They feel so overwhelmed, and they end up listening, to, the customer service clerk or whatever. And that's great. Like, they know their products, they know their clothes, but they don't know about body shapes or your personal style. And they don't know about what's already in your wardrobe, but what you should have to maximize it. So I'm like that third neutral party that knows your closet. I know who you are and your style. I know your body shape and how to dress it within the style that you want. And so I do that through shopping as well.
That's awesome. I love that so much. And yeah, I'm so guilty of that. I'm like, I hate shopping, and like I'll get my friends to dress me. I'm like, so what do you think?
What do you hate about shopping?
uh I hated it ever since I was little. Like I was definitely made fun of because I went to like Reitman's because I copied my mom.
Hmm.
So then I was like wearing old people clothes. Then ever since then I was like, I don't know what fashion is. I don't know what's in. I'm like, I apparently wear old people clothes.
And but really, like, for my business, it's not about fashion. It's about style. And style, what's the difference between fashion and style is having an out representation on how you feel on the inside. And so, and having your closet work for your lifestyle. And that's kind of going into my kind of maybe jumping ahead of myself, but
the exercise. It's really cool though. Like I love the premise because I'm like, when you were explaining it to me, and we'll get into that in a minute, but I was like so interested to be like, yeah, my wardrobe is not matching my current lifestyle because my life has changed and transitioned over the last couple of years, and I haven't done the changes to my wardrobe to make that reflective.
You're not alone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And more people are jumping on. Come on. Rita says, good morning.
Good morning.
We're having a great day. And Nora jumped on and said hi. Hello.
Hey, Nora.
So what are some of the ways that people can kind of dress for their body? What kind of that list idea should they be aware of?
Like, do you mean
like the key stuff that everyone should have? So like when you said that there's kind of like a grocery list, I was like, oh my God, I never thought of that. Like I just go and try whatever looks okay or is a pretty color. I love blue. So usually I'm like, ooh, it's blue. I like it. It's mine.
So, I mean, it differs from person to person. And part of my job is figuring out what they do for a living, where do they spend most of their time, and what are they most comfortable in. So it could change person to person. But most times I spend a lot of my time actually teaching them about wardrobe basics, which is, you know, if you should have a good pair of jeans, you should have, you know, a dress pant or a blazer or a cardigan or basic white and black t-shirts. Like those are stuff that I think everybody, depending on your lifestyle, should have. So when you do find, you know, that blue shirt you really love, it can mix and match with the other things in your wardrobe. And what people tend to do is they'll go shopping, something pretty comes their way, or most often they look at a mannequin and be like, oh, I like that, so it's going to work for me. But in reality, that's not usually the case because we aren't built like mannequins. Right. And so just because that shirt might look good on a friend, or if a friend suggests to you, you know, oh, I really like that, you should get it. I mean, that's their style. That's what they like. And so I try and help women figure out, like, what are they drawn to? So they're feeling more confident that when they see something, okay, I do like it. And you know what? I have this list now where when I do go shopping, it's with a purpose, because we don't go to a grocery store and just, well, maybe some do, but I know most women, they have a list. They go in with a plan. Sometimes they buy stuff they don't need, but usually go in with an idea of what you need for groceries. And so the same thing is for our closet. I mean, that's how women tend to get frustrated with their wardrobe, because nothing meshes together, or they have these orphan pieces in their closet that are not being used because they don't know what to do with it. So I help women, you know, shop with a purpose. And so when they spend their money, they're spending it wisely, and it's serving them and their lifestyle and helping them feel confident when they get dressed.
That's awesome. And Sharon says, I know my style, but it's hard to find it in stores.
Ooh, what kind of style do you have, Sharon? What would you say is your style?
And at least you know your style. I'm like, I don't really know my style. It's blue. It's blue, but I think it's pretty.
Well, I also believe we all have a signature piece, and it could be an item, it could be a color, it could be an accessory. And so I try and help my clients find what their signature piece is, and I encourage them, do that more. If you love blue, wear more blue, wear more, you know, have a blue purse, have a blue shoe, have blue shirt. Like, if that's what makes you feel amazing and that's what you're drawn to, buy it and wear more of that.
Awesome. I love that. Instead of being like, I should be more like this or more diversified, and oh, I have like too many blue clothes, I should buy this in like pink.
I mean, it's nice to have different colors, but really, I mean, if you feel amazing in blue, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I like that. Awesome. I'm giving myself permission to wear more blue and buy more blue.
Yes, do it, girl.
Awesome. So Sharon hasn't wrote in yet, but we can get started on the exercise if you want to explain kind of background of what we were talking about with having your lifestyle actually match your wardrobe.
Right. So I'm doing a Purge series because, well, spring's coming and it's just a natural time of renewal. And usually, you know, most women are happy to get rid of their winter wardrobe and start bringing out the spring and summer. And you know, I could just jump in and just tell you, you know, step by step how to purge, but I want to do background work. So I have oh,
you froze up a little bit.
Am I okay now?
You're a little bit fuzzy, but I can hear you now.
You can hear me? I hope everybody else can. Okay. So in my first video, I talk about, you know, why we have clutter, because one of the main reasons why women are frustrated in their wardrobe is because they have clutter. And I don't mean like clutter doesn't have to be 100 items. It could just be 10 items that you're not wearing. That's just extra stuff in your closet that maybe it doesn't fit you anymore. Maybe it was a body you had 10 years ago, or maybe some women have those clothes where, you know what, someday I'm going to fit into those again. But in my mind, I mean, those clothes are probably making you feel guilty or not enough. And it's preventing you from seeing and using the clothes that you do like and feel good in. So I really want to help women learn how to just get rid of, let go of some of that clutter. And so one of the exercises I did was looking at your lifestyle. So I get women to track, and I'll have a worksheet that I'll share where you actually track what you're wearing for a week. And so you write down what you wear and you write down what category it's in. And I have a category listed, whether it's athleisure, casual, business casual, professional, maybe date night, girls night, and formal. And so that way for a week, you can actually see what you're wearing. And some people, like, they might change during the day because maybe they have to go to work, and then maybe they go to the gym, or they're going to their child's hockey game. And so they have to change out the clothes. So the first step to kind of find out if your wardrobe matches your lifestyle is to kind of track it and have data. That's my background in psychology coming out.
I like that.
You need to kind of visually see, you know, is my wardrobe really serving my lifestyle right now? Do I have enough? So if I dress more business casual, like 70% of my work week, but my closet is 70% athleisure clothes, you're going to have an unbalanced wardrobe, and you are going to feel frustrated, and you're never going to know what to wear. And you're never going to feel like your clothes truly represent you, because maybe they're not. So the first step is kind of just doing, you know, a self-evaluation of your own lifestyle and what you're wearing.
Awesome. And then you were saying that if it's different, like the percentages, do you want to explain about how, because that was like very eye-opening to me, because I used to be in the corporate world. So I'd say about 80% of my stuff is like business professional.
Right. And when we talked about it, you're like, all those clothes from when I used to work in the corporate world. I'm like, well, why are they still hanging there? Like, you know what I mean? You don't know what to wear because it's not truly representing your lifestyle right now. I mean, your lifestyle is probably more casual.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. We lost her. Hold on, guys. We will get her back.
Am I back?
Hello, you're back.
Am I back?
Yes. Okay, you were talking about how my lifestyle's different now that I'm out of corporate.
Right. So, I mean, if your closet is full of 80% of these clothes you're not wearing, how inspired are you from opening up your closet and trying to figure out what you want to wear today?
Not. I have like the same probably 7 to 10 outfits that I cycle through.
Right.
Even though I have a whole closet that I could show you.
Right. And so what happens is when we see a closet full of clothes, even though we don't wear them, we tell ourselves, I don't need to go shopping, or I don't need more clothes because I have all these clothes, but really you're not wearing them. And I'm not saying you have to go shopping and buy clothes all the time. And how I help women is figuring out what's almost like the right formula for them so that they have to shop less. They have to purge less. They have to spend less time getting dressed, less time thinking about it, what they should be wearing. And I know some women whose wardrobes don't match their lifestyle, so it's actually holding them back. It's holding them back from going out with friends. It's holding them back maybe going out for a nice dinner with their husband, or maybe a more professional work event, because their clothes aren't matching who they are. So it's actually holding them back. Maybe from partaking in certain situations, because maybe they're not happy with their body, or they don't know how to dress it, or they know none of their clothes fit anymore, and they haven't bought themselves anything new because, well, they have a closet full of clothes, even though they're not wearing them.
Right. And I know that that's a common thing for women too. Like, I've heard people be like, oh, well, I'm going to lose 20 pounds and then buy clothes. And it's like 6 months later, oh, well, I'm still working on, maybe I'll go to the gym this week. And it's like, okay, there's lifestyle changes that have to become a thing, or you have to just be like, I'm accepting of what is right now.
Right. And being body positive and accepting who you are today doesn't mean that you still can't have, health goals. It still doesn't mean like you can't eat healthy and exercise. But what I try and teach women is stop living a fantasy life. Stop living the life in their past when they looked a certain way, maybe before they had kids, and stop living your life in this future self that you may never achieve, because maybe you're putting unreasonable expectations on yourself with your diet or with exercise, and you're never going to be able to sustain them or achieve them. And then all you do is feel guilty and beat yourself up over it. So I want women to be like, and I have had women who are like, you know what, when I'll reach out to you when I lose 20 pounds. And I get it. Like, they don't want to go and invest money or time into them right now, but who you are is so important. And I can help women at any stage that they're at, whether they are on some kind of weight loss journey or health journey. Like, I can teach you how to embrace who you are today and dress for how you are today, and still able to transition to maybe this other self that you're hoping to achieve. But I really want to encourage women that you deserve to look and feel good today, not 6 months from now, not a year from now. And again, you may never change it. So it's always that someday.
Right. I love that. And I love the quote that you're always a masterpiece and a work in progress. It's the exact same. You can be both at the exact same time and have big goals and change your lifestyle over time and do all these amazing things. But you're also perfect just how you are right now. So like, love what's in the mirror, because you're just absolutely incredible. And we're all like these incredible like miracles like on this earth. And it's just so good to love ourselves.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And Sharon did reply about what her style was. So she said, I love peasant skirts, long sleeve t-shirts, or long sweaters, short boots with socks, silver jewelry. Very cool.
So can you put that back up, Laura, so I can see it?
Yeah, definitely.
So peasant skirts, they might be a little bit hard to find, because I think it would just depend on the store. Long sweaters. Do you like tunic style long sweaters? Like, I'm thinking of, I'm not sure where Sharon lives, if she's locally or not.
Moncton.
She lives in Moncton. I'm not as familiar with the stores there. I'm more, because I'm in St. John, I'm more familiar with the stores here. But we have a store, a traveling store called In Pursuit Truck, the pink truck. And so I find she tends to carry a lot of boho style clothes, where it's like has flowers, long sleeve shirts, flowing dresses. And it sounds like, Sharon, that be more of your style. If you're ever in St. John, she's probably opening up in May. She doesn't operate in the winter months, but she also has an online store, and I believe she delivers. So, and shopping for your style, depending on your style, can be easy or hard. And when we have a very specific style, it can be a challenge. And so what I encourage you to do is to not give up and just go in it with the expectation that it might take you a little bit longer to find the pieces that you love, but don't give up. Because that's what women tend to do, is like, well, I can't find it. I've dedicated 3 hours or 2 hours to go shopping. And since I dedicated time to shopping, I should be able to find what I'm looking for. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. Silver jewelry should be fairly easy to find. Like, I've seen lots of silver in Reitman's lately, Le Chateau, or Samuel & Co. I'm pretty sure there's this. I'm not sure if there's a Samuel & Co. in Moncton.
I'm not 100% sure.
The silver jewelry should be fairly easy to find. There's lots of good costume jewelry available.
Awesome.
Short boots, they're kind of getting out of season right now, but they're still thriving. Like, you should be able to find some really good ones in the fall again.
Cool. And she did say hippie style.
Hippie style, yeah.
Awesome. I love it. So can you share? Oh, someone else popped in. My problem is I live in Arizona, already in the 90s, and I'm overweight, so shorts are not an option. The other challenge is to look fashionable but appropriate for a 52-year-old woman.
Martha, what about a dress? Like, if shorts aren't an option, what about a nice summer dress? That would be my go-to if you don't want to do shorts. I'm not sure what your body shape is. You said you're overweight, but it still doesn't tell me. Like, there could be women who have an hourglass shape and are still what they might consider overweight. So it all depends, like, to give you anything specific in the type of dress. But usually the most flattering dress on almost all body shapes are like a wrap style dress or an empire, like something that's more fitted, like an A-line style, where it's a little bit more fitted at the small of your waist and then just flows gently over your curves. So I would pick material that's just maybe breathable fabric and something that just flows off your curves, that's not too tight fitting.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And yeah, like, that's a great idea, because I totally switched to skirts in the summer months, because I'm like, I don't love doing short shorts and like the typical like women's style, but I love like flowy skirts so much, and the breeze just goes right through them. So I love that.
I'm tall, so I struggle with dresses. I love dresses, but it's hard for me because I'm tall, and a lot of them are made short, and they're way too short for me.
Yeah,
I'm a capri girl, but on those really warm days, I do love a good dress.
Wonderful. And Martha says, thanks.
You're welcome.
Awesome. So how can they get connected in the Purge series?
So
awesome things you're doing.
On my Simply Stylish Facebook business page, I'm very active there. So every Tuesday night at 8:30 Atlantic Standard Time, I go live to do my Style Tip Tuesday. And the topics range, they vary. But the last few weeks, just because with spring coming, I wanted to really focus on purging and getting women ready, and hopefully get to them a point where in the future they'll have to purge less, and understanding why they have, why they're holding on to stuff maybe that they should let go. So I've done 3 videos. And if you go to my business page, you click on my videos, you can see the past ones there. And then tomorrow night, I'm doing my last Purge series video at 8:30, and that's going to be the actual purge time. So now, after 4 weeks, we're finally going to, look at our clothes and decide whether we should keep it or not.
Awesome.
So I'm going to help women through that. Yeah.
Yay. And can you put the link to that really quick after so they can just click on it for super convenience?
Yeah, I'll link my business page, and you guys should be able to find me.
Awesome. And yeah, it should be also in the post too. So if you guys look up, you can click on it right now. And I really encourage you guys to do it, because it is so freeing. Like, right now I'm doing my own Purge series, kind of little mini version, as I'm reading The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. So it is very like timely for this time of year for people to clear out the old, bring in the new, welcome new chapters of their life. And like, the more open you are, the more good things you can like receive in your life for abundance and all sorts of like awesomeness too. That's one of the reasons why I was like, oh no, I have to go in my room. My room is a disaster area right now. It's in the process. But I really encourage you guys to connect with Amanda so you guys can have this amazing new space in your life, so you can love what you see in the mirror and have way more confidence in what you're looking at every day. But we all are what we're presenting to the world, so you can have that confidence and that joy that you're wanting. So I highly encourage you guys to connect with her in whatever way that you're feeling called, to let go of things that aren't serving you so that you can move forward. And definitely join us next week on the Love and Light Show. Make it a habit into your weekly routine. And we'll be live again at 12 Atlantic, 11 Eastern. I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. And I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
They're saying thanks too. Bye.
Welcome.